Hello and welcome. You're watching Markets Today. I'm Sakshi Batra, and this is where we discuss everything about the stock markets, how the day really panned out, where were the gains and losses seen, and what really happened to your investments in stock markets. So let's start up with the closing action first. Of course, a day which started off on a positive note could not hold on to the morning gains. In fact, the Sensex gyrated through 1,000 odd points throughout the trading session, ended 900 points lower than the day's high, and slipped almost 460 points. All the sectors slipping into the red, with banks, oil and gas, realty, PSU banks, power, capital goods, indices, all of them losing 1 to 2% in trade. It was a broad based sell off that you saw. The last 1.5 hours of trade is where most of the sell off really came on, and most of the investors try to book profits that they booked over the last two trading sessions as well. The Nifty ended around 17,100 with selling across the sectors. Of course, the whole lot of focus was amid the specific stocks that drag the indices lower in today's trading session. You talk about some specific stocks ranging from Axis Bank, Coal India, Adani Ports, Power Grid, Bajaj Auto. These were among the top losers on the Nifty 50 index today. Whereas on the other side, you did have some gains coming in, and you were far and few between stocks like HDFC Life, Tata Consumer Products, Kotak Mahindra Bank, Sun Pharma, and even HDFC Bank pulling and stemming the kind of fall that we've been seeing in the stock markets today. The BSE mid cap index, that was where we actually saw most of the pinch being felt. 0.8% downtick, almost half a percent downtick for the small cap index as well. So it was the broader markets that you actually saw most of the sell off coming through. Of course, a whole lot of focus was again on the news flows and specific stocks that have been in action because of the news flows as well. Maruti Suzuki especially slipped 2.5% in trade just because before the markets shut shop, the first earnings came through, although the profits came in at a higher value as well. But you did see some disappointment really coming on the stock price of Maruti Suzuki. Of course, it was trading lower right from the morning trade ahead of its earnings as well. Of course, when you talk about the global markets, European markets moved higher on Friday as global stocks received a boost from the strong corporate earnings, but on course for a negative month for sure. The Pan Europe Stock 600 index definitely added 1% in early trade. Wall Street, however, was eyeing a negative start with Dow Jones, Nasdaq, and S&P futures down about 1%. So definitely we could hope that Monday would be a negative start yet again for the US markets, and later on Friday evening start for the US markets too. Earlier in Asia and South Korea's Kospi, we also saw a move of 1% on the upside, and China's index also gained about 2.5% in trade today. So what are the experts really saying? So, if you talk about senior analysts from LKP Securities, they've been saying that the Nifty has formed a bearish engulfing pattern on the daily chart, suggesting some weakness in the near term. So, as we progress, this was day one of the May series as well. As we move forward into the next week, which will again be a truncated week, so you can't rule out a lot of volatility in that week as well. Some more weakness on the Nifty 50 index. The banking index definitely found some resistance there as per experts, but definitely you could see the bank Nifty shifting towards 35,650 in case a correction may take place as well. On the higher side, however, you could see bank Nifty moving towards 36,650 as we see a crucial resistance being placed there as well. Vinod Nair, who's the head of research at Geojit Financial Services, also believes that dips are encouraging investors to actually accumulate quality stocks with focus on defensives and domestic growth sectors as well, like manufacturing, capital goods. So a kind of dip like this could also be bought into as we go forward from here on as well. But as of today, it was a complete U-turn that we saw in the markets right from the beginning towards the later half of the trading session as well. We'll keep you posted with everything that's developing in the world of business and what will really impact your investments as we move into the next week. But here's hoping that you all have a great weekend going forward from here. Thanks a lot for tuning in onto Business Today.